guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the altitude kit on the Predator generator from Harbor Freight. Now I'm going to share with you some of the tools. One of them is really important. So this is the ratchet. If you have a stubby ratchet, all the better. It's just a little bit easier to get underneath there. I'll zoom in here in just a second and show you that. Now you're going to want a 12 millimeter socket. The shorter the better, so the shallower the socket the better. And then just a little extension for that as well. Now you're going to need this little, I don't even know what it's called, like the adapter bit thing for a 1/4 inch drive, so that way you can put a little screwdriver thing in there like that. Now we're going to need 2 of them. I'm going to link this kit down below. It's from Amazon. It's just a couple bucks. The reason you want this kit specifically is you need this to be skinny the whole way up, and I didn't have any like that. So you're going to use a PH2, like your typical Phillips 2. And then this one is the fattest one in this kit, is the SL6. So those 2 combined, it's perfect. And then again, you'll need that little adapter. With that, let's get started.
Overall, this is a pretty simple process. We're just going to remove the cover on the side. That's going to expose the carburetor down there at the bottom. That's the silver part right there. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for you. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is drain any remaining gas you have. Now, I've only run propane through mine, so I don't have any gas. But here's going to be the process. You're going to want to have a bucket or something where my left hand is. Loosen that screw, you'll see it flow through. As soon as it's empty, you're going to tighten it back up. Now, don't over tighten it, don't be stupid, but just enough to make it nice and firm. From there, we want to make sure that we have a microfiber cloth underneath, or any towel, really. The point of this is just to catch any gas that's going to come when you remove the carburetor, and then as well as if you drop a screw, like I'm prone to do, you don't want to have to reach under there. Now, the first thing we're going to take out is this little cable. If you just slide the top of that cable to the right, it'll pop right out. All right, now there's going to be 2 screws that we're going to go to. Again, one on the right, one on the left there. Now we're going to pop underneath. This is where I'm going to use that ratchet here. Now, honestly, I just kind of popped it off and use it as a finger screw, if you will, and that worked pretty well. So I'll speed this up because, it took me a second there. And then as you get the second one off, there's going to be a little bracket underneath there. I want to make sure to keep that for the reinstallation process. Now we just have this little plunger here. So that's just going to slide right off. So you lift up the side and then it's going to slide right down, and that's what it looks like. From there, we're going to use the 12 millimeter socket. Now we're going to pop that in, and then again, you're going to need to remove that little, where the plunger was. So pull that up. You almost need a third hand, and then go up inside of there, and then the 12 millimeter is right there. So again, I'll go ahead and speed this up for you. As you can tell, it took me a second there to get it to catch. Once you do, it's pretty simple, and then that whole bucket on the top is going to drop down. You'll see that here. As soon as you get that last bolt out there, or the only bolt, with that removed, we can go ahead and drop it. All right, next up is when that special skinny bit is going to come into place. So we're going to go right up through there. And again, you can remove this, kind of use it as a finger screw if you will. And again, it takes a minute, so I'm going to speed it up for you. And then as soon as you get that to catch and come undone, you're going to see that little nozzle drop. Boom. So there's going to be 2 pieces. So the first part is the jet that we're going to replace. And then the second part, we're just going to put that right back. So there's, you can put this in upside down. So the left side, which is on the bottom, has the 2 little notches, and it's a little bit fatter. So it's pretty simple. You won't mess that up. Now, up underneath, there is a black O-ring that might fall out. I didn't replace it because mine is essentially new, but it does come with one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and replace that same spot. Again, the skinnier side on the top, and then the 2 with a double ring on the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and put that jet with the screws on the bottom side. You'll see where the flathead goes. That's how you know which way to put it in there. And then again, I'm just going to use the finger screw, whatever you want to call it, to get that pretty tight. And then I'll connect the ratchet just to give it that final little crank. And of course, this is sped up. It always takes me a second to make sure that it catches and get it in there. And then we're going to put the bucket back on. Same thing, 12 millimeter screw. I'm going to start just with my fingers and then put the ratchet on to tighten it up. Again, obviously it's fast forwarded. And then we're going to put that black little plunger. Now, if you push the bottom part down, you can see where it's going to catch that bottom lip there at the bottom. And then as you put it in, you're going to need to play with the angle a little bit just to make sure that it catches and then comes up underneath. Sorry, I'm going quick here because it's just the reinstallation process. As soon as you get it to seat, then we're going to bring those 2 screws with the 1 bracket. And the black is going to line up with a hole in the cup. I mean, it's pretty obvious once you're in there. So again, just using my fingers to go up there. And then I'll bring in the ratchet in just a second. Get the other side done. There's a better angle of it for you. Finally, replace that cable back again. And again, you just push the top of the cable to the right and then it's gonna fit right in. Oh, we're not done yet. There's one more piece, so don't forget this next step. The last one is gonna be this little gas tube once you've removed that towel, just to put it right back into the spot there. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was quick and an easy process for you as well. Save this video and come back to it if you ever need.